and screaming for the Overwatch
here
league,
we
right?
go,
So
chat. We
it's all
have
about finding
Denmark
practice time
versus
together.
Ireland. This
What
is
Team
going to be a
Ireland is
good
cooking.
one, dude.
Maybe they
Look at
surprise
this.
Denmark here a bit.
They have a couple
Yeah, it
of
seems like they're
Overwatch
actually
League
gonna
players
walk
in here.
out
I don't
with
know
that,
who's on
remarkable
Ireland. I've never
competition.
seen any of those
For the side
players.
Denmark, obviously
But
both winning
Denmark,
over
Shockwave, Overwatch
Gonna be
League,
on the
Kellex,
Sojourn in Castle
Naga.
Area, blocking that Hanzo to try to get those pickoffs. Maybe
I
that's
just,
going to be
the
the
one
difference
thing I
maker on
don't
this
like
fight.
about
Alisu
this is
already
that
takes a ton of
it's always on the
damage. And in
same
fact, fell
map.
early before
It's
Immortality
Antarctica,
couldn't
and we're
save
probably
him,
going to
so
have to see
not in a position
Gibraltar
to
again.
save Alisu on that side.
I wish there was more variety.
Fast first fight win.
Yeah, just a solid first fight. They're utilizing the May wall to cut off the healing. So they get an early advantage there and win the first fight. And now let's just hope they don't
Doge and
snowball,
Slayer
generate
top
these ultimates
contender
too
teams as
quickly,
well.
and the fight gets away from
Yeah,
Ireland
I don't
here.
really follow
They
anything,
still
but
have a
hey, there
chance
you
to
go.
fall
Thank you,
back.
chat. We're
They can still
educated.
come back here with potentially, you know,
Hashtag
some hope, but
educated.
It was so quick that Denmark just kind of rolled them over. Now
Bacon,
Slay gonna be
appreciate
up
the
to
massive 5 months, my
70%
friend.
on that window towards this next fight. Ireland trying to set up on a re-engage. Coming towards that coast, you don't really see that a lot of these teams take the coastal front on the engage, but it does set up this Hanzo to have these long-range kind of pick-off potential, but at the same time, Castlereagh not able to find picks on the
I
back
actually
line.
love
Denmark is
who's
waiting,
talking
you know,
right
it
now.
out, kind of biding their time to build up
Used to be
Slay's
his name used to be
ultimate. Having this
Dogman. I
fight,
think
but
he
also
changed it
Nut
to his
has done a
real
good
name
job
now. I love
blowing up his
Dogman.
ultimate
I'm
as
glad
well.
he's
Slay
still
does
here
get booked,
doing
but
like
then
casting
goes
now.
that amplification matrix to heal that front line, so it forces Nuts immortality field, and Ireland had to drop towards that point, but they're wiped immediately by Denmark, who just walked all over them.
Sojourn's damage is more damage over time, right? You spray away a little bit, get people low,
And like
then
we
you
were
capitalize
talking
on
about,
that. Whereas
casting is
Ireland,
not
as you said,
easy.
they're looking for one of these Hanzo picks. They're looking for one of these arrows
he's
to
actually
land
doing
and
a
find
great
an
job.
opening for Team Ireland. Now, Nut has his own amplification matrix, so let's see if Team Ireland can make the most out of it.
Yeah, maybe with this Ant Matrix, Ireland could make that comeback like you mentioned. They walked towards that point already, but the consistency of Denmark with that May
Ireland is getting rolled right now.
And the wall, it just perfectly separates Nuts.
I feel so bad for Ireland. Ireland is...
save Alisu, who was walled off, and now Denmark.
Does anyone know who's on the Ireland team? I don't recognize any of the names.
I'm not sure Ireland can come back. Losing Castle in this fight could be detrimental, and in fact, they're going towards the spot.
They're just going.
Trying to find Annihilation as well on the GCB. They run towards that May of Ireland as well. The May ultimate does connect and slow them down, but with that beat drop, nobody else is able to touch for Ireland, and that's a quick 100-0 for Denmark.
I mean, that's about as perfect of a point as you could start.
They've been drinking too much before the match.
Like
I'm Irish, I would know.
And they all got ridiculous value.
No
Start out with
way.
Slay's amplification matrix and then
Ain't
pushing
no way,
deep with
bro.
the Annihilation. Soundbarrier comes in clutch with Kellex, and Denmark just ran away with it. That just speaks to how good Denmark is, Dustin. This is going to be a tough match for Ireland. Yeah, I mean, we were talking in the break, right? And there's a few individuals here
I felt
on
like
Team
I was
Denmark
screaming
that
to talk
aren't
over
in
them,
the
but
Overwatch
I
League
think
right
we're
now.
good.
Naga obviously used to play for an Overwatch League
Ireland
team
is
and
just
was
used to
thinking,
losing
like,
everything.
Oh, you know,
Just-
Naga,
Whoa,
like, you know,
come
it's a
on,
bit
man.
odd that he's not on an Overwatch League team because he is that good. He has that versatility, and May is one of his best heroes.
Yeah, for sure. One of those players that's always in the conversation, just moving in between Overwatch League and contenders. Doge.
See you in Iceland? Hey, you're going? I'll see you at the meet. Oh, yeah, wait, what am I saying? You say, I thought, never mind.
With these Hanzo picks, I mean, it's like we mentioned earlier, that consistency of the Sojourn was enabling Denmark earlier, but they actually are opting to
What's
run
up, Alex?
Shockwave
Wait,
on the
Alex, are you
Hanzo as
home?
well. But just with their
Go
forward
check the
pressure,
folder,
they've
bro.
already
See how much
forced
we have.
Ireland to split off towards that backside, drop towards the point. They still have the high ground, but a nice May wall comes through from Cynex on the low ground to
Bacon!
zone
Appreciate
off
the
Doge,
massive
but now
5
Naga
subs
with
as well.
counter May wall
Ireland might
forces
not have the Overwatch League
immortality
players,
field
but they have
already
Nut.
early from Nut. In fact, Shockwave finds him.
What a
off
name,
that
bro.
high
What a
ground.
name
Slay
for
with
the casters
follow-up
to say.
damage
Oh
as well,
my
and
God.
Ireland just falling apart.
What a big
at the
play
seams.
by Nut. What a
Denmark
big
surely gonna
Nut.
capture this point first.
That's a nice, solid play by Denmark there. They're waiting out the May wall from Team Ireland, and then when Ireland can't get any value from
We
the
are
May wall,
expecting big
Naga
numbers.
turns things
How much
around,
is big
utilizes his own
numbers,
May
bro? Be
wall,
honest with me.
and Denmark
What's
just
big to
roll
you?
over them. So wait out your opponent's abilities and then capitalize with your own.
That's exactly
Holy shit,
it.
the
I mean,
foller,
just so
you're
smart
spoiling
play
me.
From Denmark so far. And now they
50
move
plus
towards that
ain't no
point
way,
when
bro.
they
Ain't no way. There's
correctly.
nah.
They're going to wait for Slay to build up towards the Ant Matrix, but not doing a good job keeping pace, at least, with that Ant Matrix. But they do move forward to the point. Ireland trying to put some point pressure on. Forces that pummel out already from Alisu, but now Castle just looking for that backline with the Hanzo shots, not able to find anything, but Doge does take some damage on the low ground, but he's doing a good job just stalling out this point, making sure that cap does not switch to Ireland. Meanwhile, Castle comes to the point, can't find the kill on the Shockwave. He jumps back, but can't win the duel. Meanwhile, Dragon Strike towards the point to zone it out, so it seems like at the same time, Shockwave is aware of that point. Meanwhile, May ultimate connected. That May was had ult too. Absolutely melts everybody else onto the point, as well as Annihilation. And Denmark now move forward to 50%.
Wait a minute. Someone just pointed this out. This is the first map of the series. Why does it say Denmark 1 and Ireland 0 already? Wait a minute.
Yeah, and you lose that Annihilation as well. That is crucial. I mean,
that is the utmost disrespectful thing I have ever seen in my life, bro.
It's an uphill battle. You have your own Blizzard, but just look at this point. It's so hard to get value with the Blizzard. Maybe you can control the point and try to capture it and utilize Blizzard that way.
Ireland is. They're just losing because of the script.
They're going to have to ask Naga how he's gotten value out of that May ult, because already a forced ice block from Cynex looking for that May ult, like you mentioned, but Castle, in fact, drops the Dragon Strike to zone out that backline, forcing Doge to go aggressive, but he has the Immortality Field to stay alive, also takes that May ultimate, but then a counter May wall and Shockwave to zone out that backline. Doge does eventually
come on, Ireland, you got to win one team fight. Nut is popping off. The script is, I'm reading the script right now. They're going to use Lucio beat right now. If you guys turn to page 8,
so it is a 1-for-1.
Paragraph 2, they're going to use Lucio beat in the next 30 seconds.
Dragon Strike now. Alisu is alone on that point as Nut takes some damage from the backline of Shockwave. Immortality Field force from him. Kelix does fall, so even though Denmark went aggressive, no way Shockwave hits that shot on the Cynex. Nice pick from him. Now Dragon Strike towards that point.
Following the script.
But it might not matter. GCB is forced to use that beat drop. Slay forced to use his amplification matrix on the other side. Shockwave still aggressive. Might be a bit too aggressive. Nut picks him off. Goes forward onto him. Naga then zones off that backline, but Denmark still don't have this point. They have to make the decision if they want to reset now or continue to lay this point. It looks like they're still just fighting this. Ireland not really able to find these pickoffs, and Denmark kind of not punished until now. Cynex on the Tracer.
That has to be a funny name to use,
maybe it's time for Denmark to reset, to back off. Use Naga walls to back out, but you know, with Shockwave still in this fight, you can't have these pickoffs. And he does it again, reinforce him. And Slay, they find 2. Shockwave finds Castle, and Slay finds 2 on the other side. Even though Denmark were almost out of that fight, they're now coming back now. And Ireland only have 2. Surely they're going to get staggered.
Yeah, Ireland is getting played.
The game was running away with Denmark.
Oh man.
Ireland had the cap, 65%, and it was looking good for them.
I'm actually really surprised they don't have Craggy as well.
3 picks out of nowhere. Slay coming up with 2. And you turn that fight around, and I mean, that looks like it's about it, Dustin, for map 1.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Craggy didn't even try out, or he doesn't even really care.
Map 1 from Denmark.
First point can be an absolute nightmare on Numbani. I don't know what your ranked games are looking like, Dustin, but when I queue ranked and we get first point Numbani, it's either a full hold.
Yeah, everyone that's saying no and they rather die, you guys are lying.
One of those maps that I just like don't want to like play in ranked because it needs so much coordination, right? Like it's just so hard to play it. It's hard to play in ranked. It's just one of those maps, kind of like, you know, formerly Horizon Lunar Colony almost, just on first point. There's some of these hybrid maps that are kind of like that, but Ireland play back around with this dive comp. They're trying to set up their Echo in this fight, but, you know, what do you do about Doge finding Faith already? And Shockwave on the low ground in the face of
What I'm really happy about is that I'm really happy to see Ash being played in these tournaments, bro. Because I love Ash. Ash on Numbani first point, chat. If you don't play it, you're throwing. Especially if you get a Mercy, if you have a Mercy one trick on your team and they lock Mercy, I am locking Ash so fast, bro.
And then Shockwave 2 taps your Echo. Like, what do you do?
They don't even come back to contest the point because they're just so, I mean, not scared. Okay, listen, they're not scared, but you know, it's just like it's a tough spot they're in at the moment. They in fact go for the dive at this choke point, set up the bubble at the corner. That's a decent spot, and Slay goes aggressive with an anti-unit to connect onto Ireland. I mean, that's how forward he wants to be playing. Naga forced to recall back, but does get connected from some sticky grenades. Backs around the cart. Meanwhile,
isn't Naga supposed to be a really good Tracer player as well?
Again, so they get a lot of damage on
I remember this. I'm really bad with names.
They have this full spawn. Naga on the flank, looking for that mana in the back, but in fact, comes back for the Brig. It doesn't really know what he wants to dive on just yet, looking for something, but the Nano comes
Shockwave is Overwatch League, I know that. Shockwave used to play from, actually, the team that I was signed for, Luminosity. Luminosity owns Vancouver Titans. I know he used to play for Vancouver. I don't think he plays for Vancouver anymore, though.
Doesn't look that bad for Ireland as they do win that fight.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
Shockwave is NYXL.
Did land on Nut, though, so now without the Nana, you only have 3 kills for Team Ireland. You're forced to let this point go a little bit and let the payload move forward. So looking good from Team Ireland so far, but they got to come back strong with ultimates in this next one.
Wait, no, I'm actually not trying to roast them. I'm actually...
like you mentioned, Doge did
I remember seeing NY... Oh, no, it was New York Excelsior.
Which some people have coined it as an IMAX because of that
contenders team. They went 0-12. They didn't win a match.
Pulse Bomb lands on the Doge, but he's gotten out of that fight just well. He just jumps back with that primal cooldown and then also finds Cynex. Nice job from Doge to counter that, though Nut has found Slay because Slay was trying to help Doge. The Brigitte to rally now comes from Denmark
Slay.
because in that previous fight, GCB used his, and Cynex also not here with that
NYXL almost 3-0'd Shock last week, so wait, did they still
win? To really get anything here as they then push towards the end of this point. They are delaying that payload with what looks to be Faith on the card. He's doing a great job. Recalls around.
I was signed to Florida Mayhem, yes,
but one versus four.
I asked for $20,000 a month, and they couldn't afford me.
Great work from Faith, but it really can't be done alone. You know, they still have.
That was a joke, by the way. We just didn't re-sign with each other.
Yeah, they do. They have Alice who comes through with that touch, but Naga does have the pulse. No ultimates there. Cynex does get the copy. They need to keep touching.
A Jay3 pulse bomb
from Naga connects on the GCB. Could not get the shield up in time. Cynex's copy is dealt with as well. Nice sleep dart into Naga, but that is just kind of not enough to give them a fight win. Another reset again for Ireland as 4 minutes and 40 seconds now for Denmark in this third phase.
I mean, excuse me for just absolutely losing it every team fight, but I feel like Denmark is just coming up with individual play.
Do you wish you would have resigned? Yeah, I mean, Florida is where I'm from, so it would have been cool to still be on Florida Mayhem, but Vancouver, I really want to go to Vancouver. Vancouver really seems like a beautiful city.
Shockwave on the Ash. This is a scary team. And now Team Ireland,
plus with the mountains I see and everything.
They go to the Jungle Queen and the Torb. Let's go.
But I heard Vancouver is actually really expensive.
They're pulling out all the stops here. The dive already
and what's really interesting is Ireland is playing Junker Queen, and this is not on the Junker Queen patch, so Junker Queen is not busted here.
Realize Denmark is trying to force it out, but now that dive comes through, so they use the Netta boost on the Junker Queen, but it's immediately disengaged. Nice jagged blade onto the Ana, but
wait,
really
Vancouver has cherry blossoms? Oh, that's beautiful.
Where he doesn't really find a lot of value out of that Nano. In fact, it seems like Naga's found Cynex with a dive of Doge in the backline. So the backline of Denmark has done a good job surviving. Alisu and their Lucio of the frontline. Faith trying to survive.
Who are we rooting for? Nothing really particular. I'm rooting for a good game.
They found Faith
but it looks like Denmark is rolling that other team. 3 minutes and 33 seconds on the board.
And 33 seconds, absolutely blazing fast time for Denmark.
Yeah, just phenomenal play to close it out. Okay, Team Ireland, you're going to adjust and play Junker Queen and Torb. Well, Brig and Ana, we're going to play together. Kellex and Slay navigating to make sure they don't die to the Junker Queen by staying far away. And while that is all going on, Doge in the backlines with Shockwave, with Naga, and they close it out on the Winston composition. So just flawless play by Denmark, really. And Team Ireland
Denmark is really rolling the competition right now, man.
Yeah, in fact, I mean, Johnny, is it fair to say they looked even better, you know, so far?
They kind of did, yeah.
Yeah, they looked even better than the previous map. And this is what we talked about with, like, World Cup and, you know, you need time to scrim. And some of these teams may not even...
You know what I really liked about probably Vancouver and, like, probably, like, the northern cities, like Toronto. I went to Toronto.
There's a lot going on, right?
Probably Vancouver as well, and also Montreal. Is that there's so many like
I mean, for sure.
different cultures and people from around the world.
You have the likes of Naga,
there's
Slay,
so many
Kellex,
there's so many good fucking places to eat.
Contenders
even in LA too. When I went to LA, there's like
minds and these teams, right? So then you have to organize time. Okay, when can you scrim shockwaves in a different time zone?
I remember the Slovakia there was fucking amazing. The Korean barbecue restaurants there were amazing. Hot pot places as well.
Management when it comes to the World Cup, for example, Hugos, the general manager, I believe he's been involved since 2016, 2017, right? So he's been on all of these World Cup teams, and he knows what it takes to organize the schedule.
And one thing I want to do in life is travel around and experience the different cultures and whatnot. I love it.
British Hurricane as well when they were at their absolute peak, right? So this is a Team Denmark committee that is really experienced with what it takes to be a good World Cup team, and Denmark just rounding out with great individual talent.
Yeah, and in fact, it looks like Denmark wants to, you know, lock that Junker Queen that was previously
I've been to Vegas before,
Ireland. So they try to rotate all the way around the coastal side, then come back towards the point.
He hasn't messaged me yet while he eats, so I'm just going to watch this.
They've forced Ireland all the way back through Maine, and now the jump comes through from Ireland on their attack. Slay does get anti-hit, and eventually Faith does find him. No Suzu in sight to save him, sadly. Cynex also finds Shockwave, so Naga does trade it back, but that pick is fantastic so far for Ireland, but that Torp turret's still getting a lot of value. Nobody's taking it out until Nut does, but, you know, Naga's found Nut. So while he was looking for that turret, now Denmark opts to drop. And even though Ireland found the opening picks, they are now getting staggered out by Doge and that front line of Denmark.
It's just brutal that
W Wally keeping track. I told Wally today I had to do something. He just reminded me. He's not keeping track.
We got 2 picks initially, right?
He's saying it's our YouTube channel.
You're forced to deal with the Torb turret, but while Nut takes out the Torb turret with the sniper rifle, he goes down and you lose so much healing. So Team Ireland, rough start here, but
what I don't understand is how Denmark is holding first point with a Junker Queen.
Yeah, maybe to set up Faith to succeed on that.
I do like the Ashe and the Torb pick. If you don't pick Torb and Ashe on first point Numbani, you're throwing. But I don't know about the Junker Queen pick.
Not ready to go for an engage as that shout from Doge keeps everybody in Denmark healthy. In fact, they're backing up and just disengaging Alisu and find him. I mean, just kind of 2 different pages that it seems like Ireland's on at the moment. Denmark, you know, did counter LSU's dive, but Ireland, you got to commit towards something there, right?
Yeah, it's also really difficult.
Now they're switching to Junker Queen. No, bro, they just have to dive together. What's Ireland doing?
Right, you can't really jump the Torb because, first of all, he also has a shotgun secondary fire, right? So deals a ton of damage. You can't really dive the Junker Queen. You got Kiriko that can leap around. Lucio's hard to jump, so it's a very difficult composition to dive if you're playing a Winston comp, right? So let's see what Ireland can do, mirroring the Junker Queen composition.
They mirror it. Wow. And without Lucio, too. That's quite the play, considering, I guess, what GCB's got the rally soon, but maybe you swap Nut onto that Lucio to give that Lucio speed, because, you know, without this Lucio, the Junker Queen's going to have a hard time finding this fight.
Junker Queen is useless here, bro.
Main Bob is out.
Go Diva, go Winston, do something.
Either just yet, and they're just waiting it out. Now, in fact, Alisu kind of gets dove on by Denmark, but it looks like they're just doing a soft engage here towards the main as Ireland attempts to regroup. They have to deal with the trace in the back line. Faith does get found. And also Cynex pretty much in the same spot. They both collapse.
Yeah, I actually don't know. Because Ireland, what Ireland needs to do is they need to have their DPS go make a play without their tank going in and distracting them or making space.
The Infinite is here, so Alisu does
so Faith has to like one clip someone, or Cynex has to like get all his stickies in and beam someone. They're trying to do like 1v1s. They're not playing as a team.
Maybe GCB wants to
this guy doesn't get up. They're actually throwing.
To the Lucio instead. You can use that movement speed.
This isn't on the latest patch, by the way. This is on the Overwatch patch. So Junker Queen is not buffed, chat. As I said that earlier. Junker Queen is not buffed and broken on this patch.
Okay, that's a great first pick on Shockwave, actually.
Oh my, okay, they found Shockwave. Shockwave, again, going aggressive like he did on Hanzo previously, enables Ireland to find that opening pick. They have ultimates to work with, but then comes that Katsuni rush from Slay into a nano boost onto Alisu, but the beat drop now connects from Kelvix to enable their fight to keep going. But nice rampage with that nano. It connects onto 3 members of Denmark. It gives them that kill onto Naga, but not after Naga's ultimate finds both Faith and Nut. Now they're still trying to
what is their Junker Queen doing, bro? You have to go to point. You have to help your team, my dude.
Of GCB towards the point, but Shockwave finds him. Now Alisu here on the point is in a 1 versus 2 with his he has his echo here. They're winning this fight here. Kellis goes down as well. It's just Slay.
There you go. There you go.
However, you really can't do it against your Junker Queen and an Echo. And Ireland is cap point A.
There it is. When in doubt, Dustin, use Nano Boost on Junker Queen and Rampage, and then duplicate Junker Queen and Rampage again.
There was a lot there that they had to rely on. Also, Shockwave getting picked, right?
Just build two Rampages and get a pick.
2 Rampages, get a pick. I mean, that's all they need. That's so much, man. That is a ridiculous amount that Ireland needs, and now they have no ultimates in this fight.
Appreciate the massive 7 months.
With Bob and, you know, Torbjorn turret, Bob. It just seems like Denmark running all the AI.
Speaking about W things, that's another W.
The backline shout does keep Ireland somewhat healthy, but they still got to deal with. Is Bob? No, Bob's just not in. I was a little lost there. He's stuck in the wall on that left side. It zones out Ireland, so good disengage for Ireland,
that was a great disengage. You avoid all that Bob damage, and now you can re-engage. You get a sound barrier soon, so I think for Ireland, you just want to build some ultimates here and then see you can get some momentum.
Yeah, maybe build that Katsuni rush, like you said, or the beat drop, or that rampage. Denmark now sitting with the rampage of their own at the choke. They don't want to extend past this. This is always something interesting for Junker Queen. Just, you know, if you opt to, you know, go towards that opening where Ireland want to disengage.
I love Ashe, bro. I wish that you would spectate the Ashe more.
Play to then force Alisu to go aggressive with that Katsuni rush of Nut, building that rampage. Beat drop to overlay that backside because
Rampage?
Doge popped that Rampage, counter Rampage from Alice, who connects on the Doge. So Ireland playing
See, like, look at that. Look at the comms that the caster's doing, bro. He has to pay attention to all this. This is too much, man. Chip Skyler, appreciate the massive 3 months, my friend.
They're out of there for this one.
Yeah, that was a great Kitsune rush, and then GCB with a perfect sound barrier to negate the effects of Doge's Rampage. And now Denmark, they have a Kitsune rush and a sound barrier of themselves, but Faith,
I hate playing Ash or Reload goes on for an eternity. Yeah, that's why you gotta kill someone. As soon as you kill someone, I think you have that DPS passive where you reload, what, 20% faster? Or 25% faster?
Continue that. Denmark may be aware that they don't want to waste ultimates, take their time. Incoming shout dive with the blade early. That's a bit of a different play. Forces both ultimates from Slay and Kellis.
Didn't they get rid of that passive? I don't think they got rid of that passive.
Nobody touched the cart too?
What? And there was a C9?
No.
No, chat, wait a minute. Did they remove the DPS passive? I don't think they did.
The blade worked. It made space.
The blade worked.
It made space, Dustin.
That might have been the best blade.
They got rid of the movement speed.
Get value directly.
They didn't get rid of the reload speed.
That's actually crazy. And now they get this. Denmark
you
comes
used to move like 30% faster and reload 30% faster, but now they took away the movement speed, so not that you still have the reload. I think the reload is still either 30 or 20 or 25%.
Looks like, Johnny, they're going for spawn camps. They're going for stagger picks here just to make up, save some face here.
They're angry now. They're like, okay, we see 9. We're gonna hold forward in your spawn.
Hey, never anger a Dane, man. Never make the Danes angry, right?
Reload this? Actually, it only takes 15 minutes to reload that, apparently.
Does have the copy. Torbjorn turret taken out from Naga's side, so progressions for Ireland to slowly move forward. I believe that's a Bob there from Shockwave. Connects on the GCP on that backline. Ireland then goes back towards the spawn once more. Doge says, no, sir, you are not escaping me. Alisu pulls him back with a Jagged Blade, and Bob finds that kill. Slay wants even more. Finds Nut 2, and 40 seconds left. Ireland have built some ultimates. Maybe they could do
I don't think Ireland's going to win this, though. And they're getting staggered. 30 seconds left, and they're still getting staggered.
Them, right? Because you can't go below. Yeah. You can't go beneath them. So you have to take these stairs up, and I guess they have a Kitsune rush, but it's just not where you want to invest ultimates.
Yeah, let's see if Ireland can do it with that Kitsune from the top. But like you said, I mean, it's a rough angle to get out with that Kitsune rush, and Cynex.
They managed to get the C9, but I don't think they could do anything with this, even after capping.
This dive comes through, or this engage rather comes through from Ireland. In fact, Shockwave takes Faith out as they try to push through without any ultimates. So it looks like they kind of took your advice, but for the wrong reasons. Now 4 seconds left. They go for the copy. Already down 2 members. They're coming into Kitsune rush late. The copy, though, from Cynex does find Naga. Says, I'm the better Torbjorn on this day. A Rampage as well from Alisu, but it seems like it doesn't engage too well. Didn't connect onto Slay. They still have members in this fight, but with this Kitsune rush gone, the cooldowns are no longer being reset. Shockwave, in fact, gets a coach gun kill onto GCB, and they're stopped in the
Denmark is kind of. I think Denmark is going to roll this this group stage right here,
giving them that first of 3 victory over Ireland.
DNK, yeah, I think
good clean look from Team Denmark there. Exactly what we expected from Denmark, really coming in clutch, winning the first match 2-0.
The one thing I don't like about Dogman's casting is that he has too much fucking hair, bro. Like, who are you trying to flex on, bro? Who are you trying to flex on? You get it, you have hair.